No. Joining with me this week, it's producer Paul.
Oh, what's going on, folks?
You got a fancy new haircut, and is there a dog next to you? What's next to you? What's happening here?
Yeah, there's a nice little pup over here. Here, Winner, say hello to the people. Say hello to the.
Oh, a new dog sighting.
Say hello to the nice
Oh,
people. Yes, very nice, very nice. This is gonna go on for a while.
I like it. I'm into it. So, as we said last week, and we attempted last week, we're gonna have a guest co-host because Corey's busy. Yes, thank you very much. Who's our guest co-host this week? It is
Bring him on.
Renes.
Hey,
Hey!
what's up?
Hi.
Hey, I'm so energetic.
Coming through loud
We
and
can
clear.
actually hear you. Yeah.
I know, man. It's just, and you can see me clearly, right?
You're not in a bunker. Like
Yeah, I'm not like, and then frozen, and then I don't know why I had my hands up like that. I was painting or something.
Because you're like me and you talk with your hands, and so like when you glitch, you make like weird little glitch things.
Yeah, is it good? Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you understand me.
It makes the glitch. Well, that's why we're perfect for the Twins remake.
Twins.
That's what I was trying to talk about last week, and you were frozen like half the
I was so passionate about it too. I had this whole speech. I forgot what I said, but I meant it.
I meant all of that stuff that no one could hear except for every syllable.
Yeah, I was like, it all started when I was 14, and it was like a whole that background and everything, man.
So it looks bright and sunny where you are. Where are you?
I'm here and there. Just no. I'm actually in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta.
Really strong street lights.
That's my cell phone, actually. I just have it like I have Hollywood types. We have ring lights, so I have like a ring right here. Let's acknowledge that I'm Hollywood now. No.
You can't. What I was saying last week, you can't talk about what you are Hollywood for right now. But in a future,
real soon.
Yes.
I think it's Tim telling us we should get to the product of the night.
Well, we definitely should get to the pop culture product of the night.
Pop culture.
Yeah. Pop, already messing up. We haven't even gotten to the first segment, and Paul's already messing up.
It's the kind of beat to go.
So you guys will notice Pete's here, but Pete is affecting the show because pop culture product of the night is from Pete, and it's actually really cool. And I'm in on this. So if you could throw up the board, yeah. So on the right, we have Infinity Saga, and these are replacement keys, and they're awesome. And you can basically replace any keys. I mean, obviously like Enter and Backspace and stuff like that, but they're for a keyboard that actually has like giant pushed up keys, which are like old school keyboards. So anybody who has like a laptop, we really can't use those, but they're absolutely incredible looking. On the left, we have some skins for laptops and stuff. We have the Marvel one. I know they're really small, but we have the Marvel one on top. We have this really cool, like Japanese style wave painting part. I really like that. And then underneath we have Pokemon. I still play Pokemon Go. I
dig the full keyboard. The other ones, they look cool, but what would be the point of having just like 3 keys that are like Iron Man's hand, Captain America's gone, and the rest are just like regular keys?
Because there's superheroes among regular people. Super keys among regular keys, Paul.
I just snorted.
Yeah.
That was good. Quick.
I do want the skins though. I think the skins are cool. I just got a brand new laptop, and I've been talking to Pete back and forth because he just got a brand new laptop too. That's why this was the pop culture product of the night. We're both like looking for stuff to like make our laptops ours, and that's one of the things like we've both been looking into was like skins for the laptop, and
that's cool. I didn't even
make it look pretty.
I want one now.
I can't take any credit. It's from Pete, but he's been sending me like plenty of ideas, and I have to pull the trigger on something.
I'm curious if those like help you learn to type if you're younger, like you associate the letters with like if it's all like Pokemon or something. But really, like think back to like they used to have those covers that would like block off all the keys that we'd have to use to figure it out. I'm like, no, like give me something to like remember where that Q key is at, because otherwise I'm not gonna remember.
Well, you got to put your hands on like what's the home stance where you have your two thumbs on the space bar.
On the space bar, I think it's it's the J and the F. I think.
Is it the J and I thought it was the ASDF, and then it was the I can't remember.
ASDF, and then JK. Oh no, H. Wait, is it H?
Yeah, my school was more like cursive is what you really need to know. Don't worry so much about the typing. So,
cursive.
They gave up on cursive before any of us were out of school.
Yeah. I was doing it all the time. Then it just stopped. It just
they were just
wasn't a thing anymore.
It's like, I really needed those 4 years of classes in order to sign my name on a check.
Yes, that's exactly what it's for. And the only thing now that I write checks for is rent. And that's literally it. And that's the only time I sign my name. And my dad goes, my dad always brings that up to me. He goes, "What's your signature? Like, how do you make it?" I'm like, I just do a cursive D and then a scribble. Like that's literally the only thing I do.
That's what my mom's was, because I learned how to forge her signature at a young age. And so it was just a big S because her name's Susan, and like a R and just squiggly lines and an I, like a dot, and that was it. And like it was simple. So I signed my last name like my mom signed her last name, but I signed my first name like I try to do it perfect. But it's never perfect for me. Never.
On that note, you guys want to do some Disney Plus others?
Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So I know, Renes, you were very excited about this particular topic last week. Hey, look, it's Metal Matt. You were very excited about this topic last week and very disappointed that you didn't get a chance to join in on last week's episode. But we're going to recap this past week's episode of WandaVision, which was the Halloween episode, which was, I've been, honestly, and we can go back to past episodes. I've been bringing up the Halloween scene where Vision was looking into the Agnes frozen in the car and he touches her for forever. I've been bringing up that part since the trailer for the series came out.
Really?
So I was like, that's going to be a big moment. Like,
yeah, because she's like, "You're dead."
Yeah. So anyway, so we got, and I didn't know Malcolm in the Middle was a 90s sitcom. I guess it's late.
Did it come out in 98?
Early 2000s, right?
Yeah, but like that's what they keep saying. Like all the articles that I read were like, yeah, Malcolm in the Middle, 90s sitcom. So like next week or this week, I guess, is supposed to be a 2000s sitcom. So
I think it's
2000.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2000. So then somebody effed up because like everything that I've been reading was like, yeah, the 90s sitcom Malcolm in the Middle.
I think it's just stylistically they were trying to branch it out, because you can only do like they did the 50s setup of like the sitcom, and I feel like the 80s would be very sitcom heavy. Like I can see them jumping around, and it looks like Modern Family is going to be this next episode.
Yeah,
for the previews,
because that's 2000s. So
like mid 2000s.
The only thing, and what's really weird is, so just a complete side tangent, and I apologize, Tim. Modern Family in its entirety came out on Hulu within this month of February, and I've never actually seen it from the beginning. I just started watching it. I'm like season 4 now. I've binged it like every day. I've watched like episodes of it in the past week or two. It's a good show. Anyway,
it kind of falls apart at the end, but
I've only seen like 3 episodes.
It's pretty goofy. Like, and the thing I like about it is you can jump in at any point and like go, this is kind of funny. But no, I'm watching it in order. But yeah, no, I haven't gotten to the end. I'm only in like season 4. But anyway, so back to WandaVision, because that's a more important topic here.
Yeah.
What did you think about this week's episode? What craziness happened in this week's episode? We had Vision like disintegrating, trying to leave the Hex. Like, we have the twins getting their powers. We have Quicksilver being recast and acting very suspicious. So Renes, what did you think about this last episode? What do you think is going to happen? Like, give us like a quick rundown for what you thought.
Because of the way Pietro Quicksilver, was speaking to Wanda when they were sitting on the haystacks. He was like, "How did you do this? You can tell me. You can trust me. You tell me anything.
I'm not your husband. I'm not. What did he say? It was like, I'm not your husband, and I'm not a stranger or something. I'm not a stranger. I'm not your husband. But he didn't say I'm your brother. He just said, like, I'm not these things.
And the way he was talking was it felt like he was really trying to get information from her. So I think someone's playing, obviously, mind games with her, and it could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I think, honestly, I can go further into this, and it could be one of the mutants that are, that have that mental thing. Professor X maybe trying to help her, but posing as Pietro, and maybe, I don't know, like, because he messes with people's minds too. So I don't know, man. It's just so exciting. Every episode makes me thinking and make me wonder. It's like, I want more. I want to know. And sorry.
Well, can I tell you what I really thought as I was watching the episode? I thought what the big reveal was, because at one point, Darcy's trying to hack the computer system. Yeah. And she's like, I'm going to stay behind. I want to get past this one firewall and find out what his major plan is, what Hayward's plan is.
Yes.
I thought she was going to uncover that Quicksilver was somehow an agent of S.W.O.R.D. that was in, and they figured out how to disguise a person into it.
Oh, wow.
Because he was only bringing up stuff that would have been kind of known, like the flashback. Wanda didn't recognize the flashback, which is weird. And the only information he really ever gave out was probably public information. He didn't really get into anything like super deep. So I thought that was going to be like a weird reveal. Like, I thought it was going to be like a crazy thing. Like, he's some agent that's working for Hayward type of thing. Like, that's what I thought it was going to be, which it still may be, because there's been a ton of rumors. Paul, what did you think of this episode?
Oh, I mean, I always love a shout out to Malcolm in the Middle. It's like super great time of my childhood. But yeah, very interesting. The scene you're talking about where he's talking to Agnes in the car and kind of brings her to life. She had a line at the very start of the scene that I thought was kind of telling, that just like, oh, it took the wrong turn and got lost. I think that was kind of a red herring scene. I think there's still something there with her. Pietro, he's kind of a mystery to me. He did like turn dead for a minute. So I think he's still very much connected to her psyche in some way. I think she's being manipulated in some way, shape, or form. And one theory that Pete had talked about with me that I thought was really interesting was that the director of S.W.O.R.D., we don't know what's happened in the last 5 years. What if somehow, some way that was Ultron? Because at the end of Age of Ultron, Vision had like said in the movie he didn't want to kill Ultron, and he's the one who kind of does away with him at the very end. If he was keeping him in a little jar somewhere and he got loose somehow, it's all a big mystery. But these last 3 episodes apparently are each going to be an hour long, so there's plenty left for us all to enjoy. But I enjoy not knowing, honestly. What's
yeah, I just love to speculate, like stuff like that. But I 100% like. I watched it twice last Friday. I watched it once, and then I took a break and I talked to Pete a little bit, and then I watched it all over again. I definitely agree with you that was a red herring, because Agnes, she's been out of the lock of things for too many times for her to not to be completely in it, type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think she's out of it, and she might not be like a big bad, she might not be like the big bad villain, but she's working for a big bad villain type of thing. Like, whether she's a bad guy or whether she's just like playing her cards in all this, something like she's something. I agree with you.
Agreed.
Basically. So
one thing. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say what I did like about the episode, and it was just like a brief part, was it Detective Wu? Jimmy Wu? Is his name Jimmy Wu?
Yeah,
Randall Park's character. They show him, kick butt, and
That's
I'm like, yes.
I'm hoping we get that series, like the Jimmy Woo, where basically
dude,
just like,
I hope so.
Like a Marvel, like goofy X-Files thing.
Yeah, I would so watch
like a partner. Oh yeah, I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great if it was him and Darcy, like as like a team up thing.
Yeah. Oh
Like
man,
just solving stuff. Awesome. By the way, the one thing I wanted to say, and I put this in the rundown, we're getting into the 2000s, the mid 2000s, early to mid 2000s sitcom. The actress that plays Darcy was in a Fox sitcom called Two Broke Girls. How funny would it be if, because she's in the Hex now? The Hex expanded at the end of this episode. If she, CBS, you're right.
Yeah, sorry.
No, absolutely. How funny would it be if she is that character at the start of the episode? That would be
I mean, I'm all into the fan sites and then Instagrams and all that. I'm a huge I love superheroes and everything. And there are rumors of people there are people thinking the same thing. And so like I don't see why that's not a possibility. I think
I totally hope it happens. I think that would be incredible.
Just like a foul-mouthed waitress, All
right, we gotta switch modes from Marvel to DC. So we got I guess it's the final trailer that we're gonna get of the Snyder Cut of Justice League.
That's right.
We got a quick clip of it, right? Can we throw to that real quick?
Think so.
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Batman?
Now, holy shit, this trailer in its entirety looks like a completely different movie. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm super pumped for this. And I love superhero movies, and look, most of the time I'm gonna lean towards Marvel just because like I've loved every there's it's hard to say that there's a Marvel movie that I don't like. I really want this movie to be good. I want this cut to be good because I want that to show Warner Brothers and DC that the directors should have a little bit more say in their work, type of thing. And so they can be a little bit more hands-off. Like I want this to be good. I want the Suicide Squad from James Gunn to be really good. Like just so that we kind of start getting more of like hands-off, more work of certain directors and stuff like that. Like that's what I'm really hoping for. So
I don't know if that's exactly where it's going to lead to. Zack Snyder's already said they're not interested at all at doing the part 2 of this.
No, I know. Yeah.
Snyder Cut ends on a cliffhanger. I think that would be a little bit hysterical. But this is a very unique moment in terms of filmmaking history that they are going back and releasing a different version of this movie, kind of the original intended cut. But there's also so many factors. Like some of these characters are going to continue to be played by the same actors. Some of them, this is going to be probably the final time we get to see Ben Affleck is Batfleck. Ray Fisher, this is probably going to be the last time we get to see him as Cyborg, which, by the way, big ups to that guy for everything he has been standing up for lately. Yeah. Like, honestly, he's not getting nearly the media coverage that he deserves. But beyond that, we're getting Jared Leto for this. We're told it's a 5-minute scene, but that little clip there makes me really curious. Is it 5 minutes total that are cut and used at different times?
Yeah,
what's going on? There's so many aspects of this that are really, really interesting. And regardless of how it turns out, it is kind of a moment, and I think it's going to have a rewatchable quality no matter what.
Oh yeah.
And people are going to be, I think, really going for it. I'm curious to see how Warner Brothers reacts to the reaction to the cut.
It's 4 hours long, from what I heard. 4 hours long, and the original cut was what, 2.5? There's so much more footage and so much more to see. It's going to be a completely different movie, I think. And I'm excited for that, honestly. I'm really, because the thing is with Justice League, they made Batman smile. Batman doesn't smile. He's not the guy that cracks jokes, and he's not out during the day. And to me, it was weird that when Superman was fighting all those people in Justice League, there were no civilians, one cop. 8 cop cars, 1 cop. It was just weird. Yeah. And I feel like maybe there's some touching up he did or something. I hope so, because that didn't make any sense to me. If that makes any sense to you guys, I just watched that stuff. And,
100%. I think this movie is really anticipated. It's crazy. We're less than a month away.
Oh, I can't wait. What, March 18th, right? 18th, I think?
Yep.
Oh, man, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, and look, this isn't on the rundown, and we've got to move on. I promise. We just got the first touch or the first look into Mortal Kombat trailer within the last like 48 hours. That looks ridiculous. Shout out to Johnny Rico. He sent it to me like within 5 minutes of when it got released. He sent it to me, and I watched it, and I was just like, "All right, this is gonna be crazy." But like, I mean, we're getting that relatively. I mean, within the next like this
in April 16th.
Yeah.
April 16th. Yeah.
It's a month after, basically. So, I mean,
it looks like the way a Mortal Kombat movie should be.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's good stuff.
Dude, Sub-Zero is a beast. Anyway, we gotta. It's crazy. I watched the trailer like 10 times. It's
so good. And then Jax. Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to what we actually have on a rundown. A Face-Off sequel is in the works. So not a reboot, not a reimagining. This is a direct sequel, and the directors have gone on record to say this over and over again. This is going to be a sequel. So this prompted the question: who do you guys want to see cast? I know Paul. Who were you saying that the fans were already starting to say that they wanted cast?
Yeah, so after the announcement that this came out, there was some fan casting going online, and the one that kind of stuck out and I guess gained a fair bit of traction was to mix in Robert Pattinson and Tom Hardy as the new, which I think would be a very interesting combo and a very interesting updated combo. Not necessarily what it needs to be, though. There's a lot of options out there that I think could be very, very cool. It really name two big actors. What's so great about the original movie is, you know, it's a John Woo movie. There's the kind of 90s hamminess cooked underneath it. But Travolta and Nick Cage, if there's two people who could pull this off, it was them. So the new adaptation the sequel will kind of need to be updated in such a way. And it's going to be the director of Kong versus Godzilla who's going to direct this movie. So I'm very curious to see how it turns out. I don't think it's a given, but I'd be very curious to know what you guys think in terms of, you know, what actor pairing.
Ooh, yeah, Tom Hardy is a good one for Castor Troy, I think, which is Nick Cage's character. Damn, Robert Pattinson. I don't know. I feel like he's good. I don't be wrong. It's just I feel like that won't. You know,
I can't think of two people. I've been trying to think of this for a while.
What about, because I kind of wanted these two people to do a movie together about John Boyega and Ray Fisher.
I
kind of want, because both of them have had such a moment in the last year where Boyega was kind of like, screw you, Disney, and Fisher was like, screw you, Warner Brothers. In such a way that like really stood out, and they like were like calling shit out and standing by, and they're like, we don't care how this affects our careers. I'm like, I want to see you two on screen together and just balling it up acting style.
But here's the only thing. The only thing with that, like, is I don't see either one of them as like a villain. You know what I mean? Like,
I could see either.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're
capable.
You know,
you got to give the actors credit.
I'm sure they're very capable, and I'm sure the directors and stuff can make a story around that to make whoever they pick to be the villain to be in that light. I'm just saying, like, immediately, I couldn't.
I got the perfect casting: Christian Bale and Michael Fassbender.
Oh,
yeah.
Who's the good guy in that one, though?
You see? Yeah. I think they kill it.
Both of them could play psychopaths in that.
Yeah.
I can't outwardly. It's the exact opposite. I can't decide who I would say would be the psychopath in that one. Anyway.
I mean, I'm gonna choose Batman to play. You know,
that's the thing. They both get to play the psychopath.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm just saying outwardly, I can't decide who I would want to be the villain for the majority of the movie versus be the hero for the majority of the movie.
How about Carl Urban? Throw him in there.
More Carl Urban in general.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let him do a Doom sequel. How about that? How about we get like an updated Doom movie? With
Yeah, or Dread. I loved the Dread movie.
The Dread.
Yeah, dude. It was so.
was
I don't know why they didn't make another one. I think it's because it didn't do well in the box office or something. But it's such a good movie.
Yeah, it was very good. Anyway, we got to move on. You guys want to see some hashtag trending?
Yeah, let's jump into the trending news.
All right.
Jamming out.
Kick this off. Who here had a MySpace page?
I just missed it.
I did.
I knew somebody was going to say that they had one. Anyway.
What?
Oh, no.
What just happened?
What were you to say about your entire world went sideways because I mentioned
MySpace, man. It just no. My MySpace. It was www.myspace.com/bigsexy73. That was my MySpace page.
Nice name.
Was that your AOL Instant Messenger too?
No, man. My AOL Instant Messenger was Big Sexy R73. I don't know why I remember that so easily.
Anyway, an 18-year-old girl has recreated pretty much every aspect of MySpace.
That's so cool.
Called Space Hey, and this is awesome. Like basically, right now, it's a social media network where you can kind of customize everything you want. So it's basically Facebook again, but we can customize stuff and we can make stuff nice again. Like, so everybody who didn't get a chance to jump on to the MySpace bandwagon, or it's too young for MySpace and stuff like that, can get a chance to feel what it was like, basically. So it's basically Facebook, but we can customize every single aspect of our own page. We don't have to just stay with the default theme and everything like that. But this is a live, active social media platform now, and I mean, I'm all for it. I think it looks awesome, and I kind of want to create a page.
Yeah,
I might be on the lookout for a new social networking site to replace all the ones that I don't enjoy using right now. But I mean, it is good. This site, Space Hey, it seems like they're trying to put first and foremost privacy and personalization of your page, and I think that's really what a lot of sites miss. There's like little pieces that you can use to customize, but that was what people loved about MySpace. And I think that it could totally make a comeback. If there was ever a time for like a new social media company to be like, hey, does people want to try something new? It'd be right about now. Like, if you're asking me, I would be happy to get off my Facebook. I've never been on Twitter except for through the Poppin Off account, which even that was kind of short-lived.
You need to get back on that. I like your tweets. We're all going. We're putting real hard. We're gonna do a Poppin' Off Space Hey page. We're gonna each have our own individual ones, and on our ones, you can, like, on the Poppin' Off one, we can play tracks from the show. So it'll just be like, it'll be the audio version of the show as you get on the page. That'll be the track. Anyway, so from Hey Space, from a social media platform, who the fuck wants to go to space? And I'm using my F because it's very important, and I feel like it was very significant to use there. So there is a Inspiration 4.
Whoa!
What?
Fantastic Four looking. It looks very Fantastic Four.
And look, in
I think you see where they're going, Renes.
No, sorry.
Mind behind this that are, they did announce that MCU Fantastic Four movie. Turns out it's a documentary, folks.
I knew it.
They're sending us to space to get superpowers. Look, I'm in. If we're sending people into space to get superpowers, then I'm definitely in on that one. Like, I just hope that I get like one of the good powers. Like, but that's what I'm hoping.
You go ahead, Danny.
Look. There's ways right now. If you go to inspiration4.com, right now you have 9 days and 21 hours. So basically 10 days and they are looking to fill the generosity seat and the prosperity seat. And so the way to get to the generosity seat is to donate towards St. Jude charity, which is a very important charity to donate to. And to get the prosperity, I believe, is you start a shift force shop, which is, I was trying to read and trying to understand this, but basically it looks like you have to tell a business story and use Twitter to kind of tell your story, like, of your business and stuff like that. But like, these 2 seats are up for grabs. Like, it is possible that someone that's watching or someone that's on the show could be on this crew. Like, it's very
Danny, how much
minimum that you have to donate?
Can we put you down for about 10 mil?
Yeah, that's basically
I do
what's
not
going
have
to be.
$10 million.
Like,
I mean,
you know who's going to space? The same people who are always going to space. The people with money, like, to throw at a spaceship and go to space. Like, if you're going to put me on a rocket ship, put me on the Elon Musk rocket ship that, like, parks itself and has, like, the GameStop logo on the side. Probably
and the
does
Dogecoin
on the way down. Like, at the very least, then if, like, something bad happens and we crash, it'll probably look pretty cool, and it'll be like, yeah, I mean, that be part of that legacy would be pretty ballin'. This, I'm just like, even if you came back with superpowers, like, I don't think it's the MCU version. I think it's more along the lines of, like, The Boys, and, like, or even worse, not like, less the Fantastic Four with Chris Evans and more the Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan. If you like,
look,
I'm not for it.
My luck, I'll turn into Rock.
Yeah, man, look, we got Thing. I'll be Torch. I don't care. You can stretch.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Reed Richards, the smart guy who doesn't go into space.
Well, technically, they're all like smart. They're all like scientists, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Not
you're a space Dr. Richards.
I mean, they're scientists in Fan Four Stick, but they get drunk, and that's why they get superpowers. If nobody's seen the movie, I'm not lying. That's what happens. They get annoyed at something, they get drunk, they go through like the portal thing, Dr. Doom gets like lost, the rest come back, are like, whoops.
I'm gonna be honest, I've watched the movie, but I definitely enjoyed the Fox Marvel version of it much better. Jessica Alba as Sue Storm was definitely more important to me than the remake.
Just important.
Very important.
That's funny.
Anyway, let's do this really, really quick. So this is a story that Pete threw in, and I wanted to make sure that we said it. So a YouTuber has actually created the world's largest functioning PS5. It cost $70,000. It is 10 feet tall and 500 pounds. This thing is ridiculous. And not only that, but he's got like a comically large controller that's linked up to it. Like, this is ridiculous. I mean, he did do something nice. He's already said he's going to donate a bunch of PS5s to his YouTube followers and to charity and stuff like that. So he's not a bad guy at all. But this is insane.
Yeah, dude, that's $70,000.
Yes,
dude.
You know what?
Is he ever gonna play it? Like, is he gonna use it?
Danny, I changed my mind. Shoot me into space. Like,
yeah,
really.
Hold
like,
on board. Look,
we're supposed to have
podcast
like
in space.
flying cars or cars that run on water by now. Like, this is really.
It's supposed to be like the Jetsons.
I'm done.
The Jetsons were 2011.
Was it?
Or 2015. Like, the Jetsons is actually no. I think it's 2000 or something like that. That's what Jetsons were. Back to the Future 2 was 2015.
Yeah.
We've already passed both of them.
Jeez.
I just want a hoverboard. Look, I'm fine without flying cars.
I want the double tie. That's what I want. Remember what he had?
I feel like that's possible. Anyway, you want to do some gamer time?
Go for it.
1, go!
All right. So if you don't immediately think of Super Smash Brothers when you hear that, I don't know what. You must have never played video games. Every single time I want to play Super Smash Brothers when I hear that. Anyway, so
I want to play now.
exactly.
Pretty nice.
Playing. Why are we not playing? Anyway,
Where would you want to play, Danny?
who would I want to play or who I want to be?
How about in a giant ass theater?
Exactly. That's a perfect segue. So theaters around the world are starting to rent out their screens to gamers. This is an incredible idea. I don't know why it didn't come up like when they were thinking about renting out theaters to groups of people like months ago, like for movies. Like this should have been obvious. Like it should have just been an option. Like either I want to rent it out for a movie or I want to rent it out to play a video game. But this did make me wonder, what is the game you guys are playing? If you could only pick one game, what is the game you're playing on this giant screen?
Oh, man.
It's a good question.
Damn.
I mean, since you throw Super Smash Brothers out in the beginning, like the mind immediately goes there just because so many good memories. I don't know though. I could definitely see him playing some Madden or something. Like I wish I could get a theater like this when I was back in high school, and like you bring in a couple people to play like one-on-one games, but then you need the crowd in the background that are like throwing out insults and shit, and like trying to like really throw people off their game. And like back in the day where it's like you won a video game and like a scene like that was your entire reputation. Like you got to coast the next year in school. Like girls liked you more, like because you had a cool moment, like you had a cool vibe about you. Like that's what I would want to use this for. Or Warzone.
Yeah, Warzone sounds pretty dope on that, man. Like that, or I'm a big Mario Kart guy. And maybe NBA 2K. I love NBA 2K21. Man, one game? Damn, that's hard, man.
I'm just trying to yeah, I mean, so I have a game, and Renes, you're gonna know it instantly because we were talking about it before.
Okay.
And I believe it was before the show. But I think what would be epic to play on this would be Black Ops Zombies. And because you're in a dark theater, there's maybe 2 of you there locally to play, and then you're playing online with 2 other people. I'm going to sit. I've already thought about this. I literally thought about this because I sit in my room, and you can see me. The wall is right there, so I don't have much behind me. But even sitting in my chair in my room, my gaming system is right here. I still get nervous playing zombie. Like if I play for an hour straight, I still get like paranoid where I'm like, look, every once in a while I get like okay, cool. Sitting in a dark theater, I'm sitting in the last row in the middle seat and playing Call of Duty Zombies. That's final answer. That's what I'm playing.
Oh man,
I like it.
I might have to change it.
All right. So moving on, this is another story from Pete, but this is a good idea. This is a game that's teaching, that's helping. So Cat Colony Crisis is basically a game that's supposed to help. You're a cat and you're trying to help other cats not get sick and not infect the entire colony. Basically, it's a game that's teaching you about germs. It looks very stressful. I was watching a lot of gameplay of this recently, and it just kind of looks stressful. What do you think?
What system is that? Like, is it like every system?
Steam and Google Play. Yes. So computer.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Honestly, it looks interesting. I've only seen the cover, and was it caught the Cat Crisis? What is it?
Cat Colony Crisis.
Cat Colony Crisis.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a bunch of gameplay from it. Basically, like you'll have a cat that like starts getting kind of sick, and you have to like isolate him and help cure him, and then you have to like there's new cats coming into the colony, and then sometimes you have to do like mask. Everyone has to wear masks, and then like sometimes your colony like
you basically need to be Fauci for cats.
Basically, yes, that's it.
Oh.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And then like you find one, test them, like if you're like, oh, they're sick and they actually turn out to be sick, then you go through contact tracing. It's basically just if you haven't had enough of COVID in real life, we've got the game for you.
It's a game for go.
I'm gonna pass on it, but like it's inventive. I'll give them that.
No, I look. It's very well done. It looks very stressful. I'm not that type. Like I never played The Sims, and I never played like that. Like it's on the level I feel like of like The Sims and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might not play, but I'll watch some gameplay.
That's what I did. That's the route that I did because
Yeah,
like
I need to tell you about a game called Only Cans.
Is that a thing?
That bad. Yes, that is a thing.
We'll off the air. We'll
Okay. Yeah.
We'll bring it back up next week. We'll get some gameplay footage and we'll talk about it next week.
Sounds interesting. Like I don't.
It's exactly what you think, and yet not at all what you think.
That's what I was thinking.
All you have to know is that it's incredible, and you would want to pay to play this game.
Okay. Then I'm. Oh.
If you like cans.
Yep.
Yeah, if you like that soda.
Yeah, you guys want to go to the product of the night?
Yeah, let's jump into it.
Of course.
Love this song.
Or not?
I'm just dancing good.
Product of the night? We'll just dance?
Hold up. Yeah.
I like that one too. You're right. I like that one. So
the music was bumping.
I flip-flopped a bunch of products here because Pete gave us a whole bunch of selections and we talked about a bunch of different ones. This one, I feel like this one's perfect for us. Renes, a bunch of your Instagram videos are you like working out and stuff like that. So what do you need? You need this guy's it's a guy's I don't know bath kit. It's got soaps, it's got scrubs, it's got conditioner, it's got lotions. This is perfect. This is perfect for like us, like guys who are like, working out and need to smell good eventually.
Absolutely.
Stinky feet balls too. Thanks, Tim.
They got lip balm. They got everything. Scrub bars.
Have everything.
Ooh.
So I don't have any of these products, so I don't know how good they smell, but I've got to imagine that they're pretty nice smelling. And they got a nice little like a metal lunchbox carrying case for everything too.
And oh look, balls.
Balls.
That's the nice pretty smelling balls that you can they hang nice and low so you can put them in shoes and stuff.
Boy, that took a turn there.
Yeah, big balls that hang low. You put them in your shoe.
Yeah, they roll around on the ground and in shoes and stuff. Yeah. Pete's still here.
This one's in honor of Pete.
He's all around us. He's always here. Well, I mean, that's about it. I mean, Renes, thank you so much for joining us.
Dude, man, anytime. Thank you for having me, man. I always have a blast. I love talking stuff with you guys. Yeah, like stuff that I kind of know of, that I'm passionate about, sort of. Like comic books and all that. So it's like awesome. It's always fun. Always fun.
And I mean, look, if you're ever around, like we can rent out the theater and play some Call of Duty Zombies there.
100% down. 100% down. I'm down for that, man.
You need to get that game switched over to your account.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my Blizzard account again because I'm like one of my best friends is like, bro, come on, play, and I've been wanting to play and it just won't let me sign in.
The new map is awesome. I absolutely recommend it. The minute you get it, we're playing. I'll Twitch stream it. Everybody out in the population can check it out. We're gonna watch. We're gonna play. It's gonna be fun.
You're damn right we are, and it is. I don't know why I did that. Pretend I had hair.
I can actually do that.
Yeah.
By the way, I forgot to ask you before we go. Did you get a bunch of snow from this last storm? Like how was it by you in
Atlanta? Oh,
no, it's coming down.
No, it's been chilly. It's rained a couple times, but other than that, it was like 22 degrees and stuff like that. But no snow. The only time it snowed was Christmas Eve.
Oh wow,
Christmas Eve, and then sometime last month, I think. Well, it had to be sometime last month. Like within the last 2 weeks, a week and a half, it was just hailing like a bunch.
Oh wow,
like little like marbles. They were huge. Yeah. I saw it from the window. I was inside, so I was fine.
Well, that's good. But
I was like, oh my God, looking out the window, just, peeking.
I wanted to make sure we said all of our hearts go out to everybody who's like been experiencing horrible power outages, especially the people like in Texas. Billy McDonald, I know he went through a bunch of days without power, and some of the other people from the population, just people in general that have in Florida. I mean, not Florida, in Texas, it's been horrible.
Yeah.
And I mean that weather is crazy for Texas.
I just talked. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, absolutely.
No, I talked to a really good friend of mine who's out in Texas now. He just got his power back after like 4 days or something.
Wow.
And he's saying that people's pipes, because it's like below 20 over there.
Yeah.
He's saying people's pipes because they're not prepared for winter. They're not prepared for the cold and snow like that. And he said pipes were breaking and people were losing water and electricity, and it was just like people are staying warm in their cars, but there's no gas anymore. So it's hard. Yeah, so they're going through a lot over there.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So guys, everybody stay safe out there. Somebody check on Billy McDonald. I sent him a message before the show and he answered it, so I know he's around, but Billy, let us know that you're okay and your power's back, or if it's not, let us know you're somewhere where power is again. But that's about all we got. I mean, I hope everybody has a great night. I hope everybody has a great weekend. We will be back here, same time, same place next week, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Will we have Renes? Will we not have Renes? I'm not sure. I don't know those answers, and I don't know who does. We just have to have the
next episode.
Find out next time.
That's
we
right.
have to continue with or the end with a question mark on it.
Remember Super Friends?
I'd totally do that on a TV show.
Meanwhile,
I would love to do that at the end of every single episode of a TV show until it got canceled. Just continued? Question mark?
I thought you were going to say you wanted to do a wrap out every single time from every episode. Will Renes be back next week? Will Danny and Renes ever play zombies? Call of Duty Zombies? Yeah. Will Renes and Danny ever be able to do a remake of the movie Twins and just ask a bunch of questions? Find out all of these questions and more on next week's episode of Poppin Off. There's the end. Good night, everybody.